Hi friends, welcome to this week's video. This week we will continue reviewing the body parts. It will be the same vocab as last week, but at the end we will do a quiz. So it's a little bit more slow pace. So it's a bit of a longer video, actually a lot longer than last week. Last week was very short and simple. This week we will pause a little bit more, review the vocab, and then do a quiz at the end. Without further ado, let's dive right into it. Okay, friends, let's go over las partes del cuerpo. Make sure you repeat out loud. Again, the more you repeat it out loud, the more that it will stick in your head. So let's dive right into it. El pelo. I'm going to say it slow so that you can repeat after me. El pelo, hair. La cabeza, head. La cara, so they both start with the same letters. Cabeza, head, cara, face. Las orejas, ears, orejas. Now, if you ever hear anybody say oídos, that's like the eardrums. So oídos. So if you ever hear that, so you're aware that there's a difference between orejas and oídos. Nariz, nose. Nariz. I tried picking random funny images so that hopefully it'll help retain. Depending on how you learn, you can be a visual learner, or you can be someone who hears and learns that way, or you can be all the above, so hopefully that's included here. Los ojos, eyes. Las cejas, eyebrows, cejas. Las pestañas, I should have added the ñ. Pestañas is eyelashes. Yo tengo pestañas largas. I have long eyelashes, like that girl. Actually, no. The eye is way more intense than mine will ever be. So, just kidding. Los cachetes, cachetes, cheeks. La boca, mouth, la boca. Los dientes, dientes, teeth. La lengua, tongue. I taught Lucas, my kid, how to say arms, brazos, and so I was always going like this. So, los brazos, arms. El codo, elbow. El codo, if it was more than one. Los codos. Mano, las manos. Dedos, fingers. Manos, hands. Dedos, fingers. Las uñas, again I forgot my ñes in this presentation. Uñas, nails. Sus uñas son rojas. Her nails are red. La cintura is waist. Y la cadera is hips. Think of Shakira. My hips don't lie. Cadera. El cuello, neck. Cuello. Pecho, chest. El pecho. La espalda is back. Espalda. Las rodillas, knees, o la rodilla, knee. Las piernas, do you like those legs? I used to be made fun of because I had chicken legs when I was young, and so I feel like that picture is pretty accurate, a good accurate description of my legs when I was a kid. So, las piernas, legs. Las pantorrillas, I had to look this word up because in Dominican Republic we called calves batatas, but I don't think that's the right word. So pantorrillas seem like the right translation. So pantorrillas, as opposed to batatas. Or when I was a child, because I was so skinny, they called my legs or my calves canillas. So canillas is definitely not the right word, and neither is batata. Batata technically is something you eat. It's like a potato, like a sweet potato. So I have no idea. Anyways, pantorrillas is calves. That was my long little spiel on that word. Los pies, feet. So think about piernas, yeah, our legs, and then pies, feet. Dedos de los pies. Remember how earlier we talked about fingers? So in Spanish, you say fingers of the feet. So that's kind of how you would say it. Dedos de los pies. Oh, my toe hurts. Mi dedo del pie me duele. O duele. Mi dedo del pie duele. So these are fingers, and toes are also fingers for us. Tobillo means ankle. El tobillo o los tobillos. Hombros, think about hombres, like you're standing like a man. Hombros, so if that helps you remember. Los hombros is shoulder, like your head stands in your shoulders. Hombros. La barriga means belly. Barriga. Again, there's my ñ, it's missing. La muñeca, wrist. Muñeca. El ombligo, belly button. Ombligo. There is a saying that I grew up hearing around. It was like, oh, tú no eres el ombligo de la tierra. You are not the belly button of the earth. So it's a saying basically meaning that you're not the center of the earth. El ombligo de la tierra. So that's just a random saying. In case you were wondering, which I'm sure you were. Ombligo, belly button. Now we're gonna do a quiz on the vocab, so hopefully you were able to retain some of what I said. If not, you can always pause and go back and then take the quiz again. But either way, as long as you, again, learn one or two things, it doesn't matter, you're making progress. It's better to know 3 things than 2, or 1 thing over 0. So progress is progress. One downside to the vocab here is there are no cognates in English. And so this is, it might be a little harder to remember all this vocab, but again, repetition is the best way to learn vocabulary. Okay, pelo is hair. Pelo. It's hair. Cabeza, remember, cabeza. Cabeza is head. Cara is face. I am not confusing you at all, I hope. Las orejas. Orejas, ears. Nariz, remember there was a funny looking thing there. Nose. Los ojos, eyes, which when you see the word ojos, you can think of the J as a nose. And there are the eyes, ojos. So there's a little trick there. Las cejas, I don't know if you can see them with my glasses. Cejas, eyebrows. Pestañas, eyelashes. I'm trying to blink, but I have glasses, so you probably can't see it. So, pestañas is eyelashes. Cachetes, cheeks. Boca, mouth. Oh, oops, cachetes, boca. Los dientes, teeth. Lengua, la lengua, tongue. Brazos, arms, codo, brazos, codo, elbow, las manos. Bueno, I should go like this so it's not confusing. Manos, hands, dedos. Well, we just talked about dedos, fingers. Las uñas. Remember I talked about las uñas son rojas, o están rojas, I should say. Nails. The nails are red. Cintura. Cintura means waist. Cadera, think about Shakira. Cadera, hips. El cuello is neck. Ella tiene el cuello largo. Her neck is long. Pecho, chest. La espalda, back. A nice thing about this part of the quiz is that I did not do the English translation, so that if the pictures are not helping, you can look it up. So that way you do a little bit more work, and so hopefully that helps you also retain the word a little bit better. Rodillas, knee. Las piernas, legs, piernas. Yeah, this one was one that I talked, I grew up listening to this, not this word, and so I just picked the most official one. Pantorrillas, calves. Los pies is feet. Remember what dedos de los pies was? Toes. El tobillo is ankle. El tobillo. Los hombros, remember I mentioned earlier, this was like the word men in English. Hombres, shoulders. So your head goes on your shoulders. Cabeza en los hombros. So think about a hombre. Yeah. If that helps. Otherwise, ignore my suggestions of how you can remember. La barriga is belly. La muñeca is wrist. Muñeca. El ombligo. Remember earlier I mentioned that one. The saying, no eres el ombligo de la tierra. Or you could say, eres el ombligo de la tierra. O crees que eres. Being the center of the earth. So that's the belly button. And that's about it for the slideshow. So you can always play this back, or if there are words that you don't remember, you can look them up. Again, practice, practice, practice is how you learn vocab. Okay, hopefully your vocabulary was expanded a little bit more with the body parts. It's okay if you don't know every single word that we went over. The biggest thing is to, again, continue getting familiarized with the vocabulary so that when we dive more into sentence structure, the vocab will not be a problem. So again, go back, play this video, play last week's video if you feel that you don't know everything yet, or if you want to challenge yourself and memorize all the vocab. It's up to you how you want to do it, but make sure that you can always be aware you can always play it back. And so yeah, hopefully you were able to learn something new today. There will be another video on the item on the topic of clothing. It's gonna be the same format as this week, so it'll be a bit of a quiz, because again, I want to make sure that the vocabulary sinks in as much as possible, while I am aware that not everything will stick. But as we progress, things will start coming back. Oh, I remember that word. So that's my goal. Anyways, hope you have a fantastic week, and we will see you next week. Same place, same time. See ya.